want to talk about, what's going on with the village idiot, keep shooting out of his mouth about, I'm not going to worry about tariff and Mexico and Panama Canal and Greenland and all that nonsense. I think this is just divert. He seems like every day he does say or does an outrageous thing, so he, let people forget what he said the day before. So it just keeps on going, and the media just have nothing else to do. They forgot about the genocide in Gaza. Netanyahu coming to meet Trump, and a war criminal and a convicted felon are meeting. What do you expect? Trump keep on saying, and I cannot guarantee ceasefire, and I am not ceasefire, kind of gangsters threatening and just nonsense. What are you going to do? I mean, the Gaza is destroyed, completely destroyed. Building, traffic, solar system, healthcare, utilities, everywhere. What are you going to do? Anyway, what else? You run out of things to destroy. Starving people for 15 months. But anyway, it's just, it seems like what happened in Gaza in the last 15 months, it really illustrates the new definition of power, the new definition of we are now before two choices in the power of material economics and hard, power, technology, weapons, political the hegemony, and domination of physical, economic, political domination. Against, this the whole world, the Western world, the Arab Zionists, America, they're all, kind of united against this group of people, few thousand people, that did not have any of that, the economy, or did not have a weapon or a power, did not have any this hard power. All they had their beliefs, the beliefs in what they do, the beliefs in their issue, they believe in their land, they believe in they are right, they believe in God, they believe in, I don't want to give it a religious tone here, people just freak out, but it's not a kind of Islamist and Islam versus the world, no. If you two power or negotiating, one is powerful economically, technologically, whatever, and one is weak, and they want to agree on something, and whom you think is gonna win in that agreement or that treaty? Of course, the powerful, and you see this all through the history. The more powerful party dictate the rules, dictate the conditions, dictate what to do, what not to do in Iraq and in Europe, Germany. But when you see for the people believe in something, even in Vietnam, which we're not going to say Islamic or God, they believe in something higher than the material things. That you go in there for the oil, you go in there to build kind of economic zone or domination. The northern states went to the south to liberate the slave, not for a higher, freeing slaved human being, but for economic reasons. So they have cheap laborers coming from the south. Because it took years after the South was defeated and freeing the slave to have actually freedom for blacks, maybe until today. And instead of being slaves and in the South, now you are slaves in manufacture plants. And instead of not getting anything, working for free, you work for $1 a day. Now you can see it in Malaysia and China, uh, companies here, they are moving to a country away, Mexico, Malaysia, Vietnam, so China, to enslave because they outsourcing slavery. So those countries doing the slave for them. And worker rights and human rights that becomes now an issue in westernized countries that they cannot do as much of exploitation of workers in the West. So they outsource slavery to those countries. Trump want to project that he want to dictate his conditions and move the Palestinians to Egypt and Jordan and threatening them with ceasefire cannot guarantee, as if he's the one guarantee the treaty that was done even before he was in power. And might is not always right. And the Palestinians dictated their conditions, or at least equal. They free a lot of Palestinian captive and kidnapped by the Israelis and prisoned for thousands of them throughout the years. Even people, freeing to West Bank that is run by gangsters of Abbas. Some Arab countries won't even take some of those people who were free. Not because you have the technology or the weapon or the money or a political power. You can dictate your conditions anymore. People revolting, people resulting, and the definition of power now is defined by those Palestinians and defined by the people in Afghanistan, before that in Vietnam, that is the belief of something higher than economics and technology. That's the only way for weaker power and weaker nations to resist and to fight and win. 40 different countries were fighting with the Americans. People going to fight a third-rated army in Iraq, destroying the Iraqi people. So it's not a bordering country anymore. Ideas gone, the Western hegemony and colonial ideas gone throughout the world, in Africa, Middle East, and Southeast Asia, to dominate brown and weaker power. But they lost in every aspect, in Vietnam, in Afghanistan, in Iraq, in Lebanon. Now they lost in Gaza. And they have all this power, and they have all this narrative. They have all this media that justify, and politicians to justify all of this genocide. Still fewer and a weaker one, because there is a higher belief. Call it religion, call it God, call it Sharia, call it Iman, beliefs in yourself and your destiny, and non-believers, and eventually you defeated superpowers. You defeated the Soviet Union. You defeated Americans. So the weaker of the world united. This is a new era. This is a new world order. Okay, enough of the rant today. If you like what I am doing, log on my website, support, share, follow, and we'll see you next ranting.